Now with that, I'm going to stray away from mainstream mixed martial arts and go straight into the gossips. I'm putting my book down because it's going to get serious. This involves a YouTuber by the name of Logan Paul, which I'm sure all of my YouTubers have seen. And I'm just going to pause because this requires an extra boost of adrenaline. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. Logan Paul, the Maverick. 6'1", or I think Logan's actually 6'2", 190 pounds, cut weight, probably walks around at over 200, 215, athletic, gymnast, wrestler, just athletic dude, very successful. Recently competed in a boxing match against fellow YouTube sensation KSI, which brought more viewers than Floyd Mayweather's fights. These are two individuals who have 0 amateur boxing records and 0 professional boxing record. The only time KSI has fought was another YouTuber, the first one, which started this whole YouTuber versus YouTuber, superstar versus superstar boxing trend, where he won, which I think counts as an amateur bout. And then this past August, he fought Logan Paul to a draw. Logan Paul has no experience in fighting except his wrestling background, except his athletic background. And you know what? It was goddamn entertaining. It was more entertaining than CM Punk's performances in the UFC. Way more entertaining than CM Punk versus Mickey Gall, and way more entertaining than CM Punk versus Jackson. Now, Logan has come out and said that he's interested in competing in the UFC. He has made tweets specifically to Sage Northcutt. He has made tweets specifically to Dana White asking for a bout, asking for a fight. Give me anyone. I'll fight them and I will win, is what Logan Paul is saying. And Logan has the fan base to pick it up and to back it up. He has more followers and more subscribers than Conor McGregor. This is a star amongst stars. This is who and what Logan Paul is. And if you need the numbers, well, just look at his fight against KSI. That brought in more pay-per-view buys, more streams, more viewers than a Floyd Mayweather fight. Now that's saying something from an amateur. So why not is the question. If you're willing to let CM Punk, who is much older, with less of an athletic and fighting background than Logan Paul, compete in the UFC and pay him $500,000 per performance, why not let Logan Paul fight? It seems like a win-win. And the reason is because Dana White said so. Dana White has gone on air and said, if I let Logan Paul fight in the UFC, I will be charged for murder because he would get killed. Dana, who the fuck are you fooling here? Logan Paul stands a better chance at competing against anybody in the UFC than CM Punk would after 3 or 4 years of pure training. Logan Paul is a natural athlete. He has mic skills. He is a good looking individual. He has a wrestling pedigree background. He wrestled in high school and he just spent a little over 8 months training with the best boxing coaches in the world for a boxing match against KSI, in which, to be honest, yes, there were sloppy moments, yes, there were swings, but Logan Paul, his cardio was still in there, and he had a really nice quick jab. It was entertaining, it wasn't professional, but it showed characteristics that can be built on with the proper team and proper coach. And we have yet to see his ground game. I will give you that. We have yet to see his true wrestling pedigree. How long has it been since he truly wrestled? How long has it been since he put on a singlet? Does he even know how to throw an armbar? Those are all questions that are fair to ask. But CM Punk had none of that. And CM Punk trained with Duke Rufus, and frankly, both appearances in the octagon did not show any signs of improvement. He gassed out, he swung, had nothing to show on the ground, and a lot of people thought that against Jackson, that would be his best way to win. was not the case. He looked awful on the ground. If you ask me, if you put Logan Paul versus CM Punk, Logan Paul would win. Logan Paul would probably compete at the middleweight division, which is 185 pounds. He has a big frame for that build. He can cut it. We have seen it against KSI. He weighed in at 189. An additional 4 pounds for, a brief moment would not be the end of the world. I'm sure Logan Paul can do that. And I'm sure he can contest against the same caliber of fighters the UFC found and are letting people like CM Punk and people like Greg Hardy fight. Greg Hardy is a contestant on the UFC, on Dana White's Contender Series, former NFL player. I'm sure you have all heard about Greg Hardy, domestic abuse violations, a scumbag piece of shit. But as Dana White said, everybody deserves a second chance. They're pairing him up against people who are just filling up the sheet and are padding Greg Hardy's record until he makes his true UFC fight night or pay-per-view debut. The same can be said for Logan Paul on a main stage, and you can probably grab another celebrity to fight Logan Paul. This could be an opportunity for the UFC to fix some of the debt they have, the new owners who bought the UFC, WME, that's who I'm talking about. They bought the UFC for $4 billion. Dana White claims the company's worth $7 billion because of the ESPN deal. Who knows how true that is? But why not pull in another star caliber fighter? You have Conor McGregor, we get it. He just signed a new fight deal, we get it. But besides Conor, who do you really have? Brock Lesnar, part-time UFC fighter, doesn't even perform well. Add Logan Paul. It's a win-win. You add Logan Paul, you potentially pair him up against nobodies. Logan Paul will sell the event himself. All he has to do is post on his YouTube. But you pair Logan up with another celebrity in a UFC octagon match, you will sell pay-per-view buys. I guarantee that. You will get viewers, you will get streamers, you will get aunts, uncles, mom, dads, hardcore, mediocre, no-core fans tuning in to this fight because no matter where you go on social media, you will see this fight if it were to go down. If you see the name Logan Paul under the UFC banner, that equation results in money into Dana White's pockets, which makes Dana White happy, which the end result provides us with fights that we all want to watch, provides us with true hardcore events that we are willing to buy and pay-per-view purchase rather than finding them on a streaming service through Reddit. Come on, millennials, we don't buy pay-per-views, we stream them. We're smarter than that. We work together in the sense that if somebody buys a pay-per-view and streams it, we all get it. And even if you're not going to make the money off pay-per-view, the projected pay-per-view sellout from McGregor and Nurmagomedov is 2.5 million pay-per-views. With Logan Paul serving as a co-main event, or maybe Logan Paul on just the card, and you throw in your other hardcore UFC fighters, you throw in the Luke Rockholders, the Chris Weidmans, you throw in the Daniel Cormiers, you throw in maybe the TJ Dillashaw, Demetrius Johnsons, Henry Cejudos, you throw Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz, you could potentially make a UFC event which could break all your records, and having one of those slots filled by a YouTuber who he himself can bring in enough pay-per-views which will validate an entire card if need be.